The Happening. Released in 2008, it was M. Night Shyamalan's bold declaration that the trees are tired of our nonsense and have collectively decided to put an end to it. I'd love to tell you that The Happening is a riveting eco-thriller full of suspense, but alas, it's more like a fever dream with dialogue so wooden it could sprout leaves and join the plant revolution. Gather round, dear readers, as we roast this cinematic masterpiece that asks, what if the wind itself was the villain? Released in 2008, it was M. Night Shyamalan's bold declaration that the trees are tired of our nonsense and have collectively decided to put an end to it. I'd love to tell you that The Happening is a riveting eco-thriller full of suspense, but alas, it's more like a fever dream with dialogue so wooden it could sprout leaves and join the plant revolution. Gather round, dear readers, as we roast this cinematic masterpiece that asks, what if the wind itself was the villain? The film opens with people in New York City suddenly becoming confused and lethargic. Within moments, they start walking backwards and then, without missing a beat, dramatically end themselves. Naturally, this epidemic of sudden human self-destruction is the work of, you guessed it, plants, not alien plants, not mutant plants, just your everyday shrubs and trees. They've decided to unleash their inner mad scientist, emitting airborne neurotoxins to punish humanity for our pollution. A valid motive, sure, but let's be honest. When the Lorax feels like a scarier eco-threat, you know something went awry. Enter Mark Wahlberg, a high school science teacher named Elliot Moore. Wahlberg plays Elliot with a unique blend of wide-eyed confusion and stiff delivery that makes you wonder if he was held hostage on set. Elliot, clearly a pedagogical powerhouse, spends much of the movie reminding us about how serious things are by posing such thought-provoking lines as, "Be scientific," "Douchebag," "Move over Einstein, we've got ourselves a genius." Accompanying Elliot is his estranged wife, Alma, portrayed by Zooey Deschanel, who spends 90% of her screen time alternating between wide-eyed shock and whispering nonsensical sentences. Watching these two interact is like witnessing the world's most awkward first date, with a side of mass hysteria. At one point, Alma confesses to Elliot that she had tiramisu with another man. Yes, amidst a plant-induced apocalypse, her guilty conscience is focused on dessert-related infidelity. The stakes have never been higher. Now let's discuss the villain of this tale, the wind. Yes, Shyamalan bravely makes air itself an antagonist. In The Happening, watching a light breeze rustle leaves is as menacing as a killer clown lurking in the shadows. When the wind picks up, characters begin running from it as if they've just spotted a tidal wave. It's like a slow-motion chase scene from Scooby-Doo, but instead of a ghost, it's atmospheric pressure. It's almost poetic, really, if you suspend disbelief for, oh, eternity. The dialogue, in true Shyamalan fashion, is an art form of its own. For example, when Elliot talks to a plastic plant in a desperate bid to show empathy, you can't help but marvel at the commitment. Is he delusional? Pretending? Apologizing to the entire botanical community? Who can say? The point is, he spoke to a houseplant, and we watched, stunned. Then there's the pacing. Characters transition from terrified to calm with the speed of a light switch. One minute they're discussing global catastrophe, the next, they're debating hot dogs with a stranger. Yes, a character named Jared Woolley finds time to expound on the virtues of hot dogs. Because nothing brings levity to a plant apocalypse like processed meat. The movie tries its hand at suspense with scenes that are unintentionally hilarious. In one memorable moment, our heroes stumble upon a deranged elderly woman, Mrs. Jones, who may or may not be infected. She accuses Elliot of eyeing her lemon drink. Oh, the terror. The Shining wishes it had tension like this. By the end, we learn that the plant-induced madness was a warning to humanity, and for a moment it stops. But don't be fooled. The movie hints that the trees might rise again. So, next time you see a houseplant, approach cautiously. You never know when it'll emit toxins and force you to dramatically fall over. The Happening was marketed as a thriller, but truly, it's one of the most unexpectedly comedic movies ever made. For all its earnest attempts, Shyamalan managed to create a film where plants have better character development than humans. And so, if you're ever in need of a reminder to respect Mother Nature or just want to laugh yourself silly at the sight of people fleeing from gusts of wind, this movie delivers. The Happening wasn't just a film, it was a warning, and a comedy goldmine. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Quirky Critic signing out.